Hey guys, this is Kimise. I'm back, and I gotta apologize. Lots have gone on since the last time I saw you. So if you remember, we did some tests with the super smelter and everything, and we decided that we were going to go with regular furnaces, which they're all lined up. They're all doing their job. They all got some fuel in them. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to accomplish is, okay, what to fuel them with. Now, right now, there's some coal in there because that's what I had initially to do, but he also knows that I had bamboo in them as well, okay? Because we're going to try a bamboo fueled furnace. So if you come up here and take a quick gander, you will see right up here, we've got filled up in here all this great bamboo. So we have these bamboo farms all straight up here. And so basically, as the bamboo grows, boom, the observers will see it. The pistons will push out, so it's very simple wiring. I can show you really right here. All it is basically the observers triggering and sending that stuff down. And as it comes down, it starts to fill in. And down here, what we have is we have a minecart system right here. This is the fuel, okay? And basically, it waits for bamboo to come down. It fills it up, and once the bamboo's hit there, it goes ahead and triggers it. Now, this is a manual trigger in case you have to add more fuel. Yep, so there it goes. More bamboo filling it up, and there it goes. So very simple like that, and then the bamboo is gone all the way around to all the furnaces, and it's filled in. Now, what we have up here is we have a manual fueler right here. So this is great. So as I need stuff, I can just fill it up, and boom, it'll send it around. Now, at this point, can I use it for experience? Yeah, I can use it for experience. But to take it a step further, I need to have something in it so that it's always, 100% always smelting something. And for that, I either need to take it up a notch and go ahead and add a cactus farm. That way I can just continually load cactus into the fuel mine cart, okay? And that would go around then, just add the cactus, and then it would always be smelting cactus. Now that would be a huge value, because then these smelters right here will just continue to load up experience every time something's in there. So right now, what I could do is I could go ahead and lock it and take the experience that's out there, and there's quite a bit in there right now because I've smelted all this glass here. I still have a shulker box left of sand that I haven't smelted up yet, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that for right now. We'll come back to the experience part of the super smelter later, but right now we do have it running. We can walk up there pretty easily and check out and see how everything's working. Like for instance, we can come up here and we can watch as the mine carts are sent around the path to go ahead and load up the different hoppers, which will load up all the furnaces and everything. And that's basically how it works. So we need to maintenance these. I can go up there just like I showed you earlier. We have another hopper mine cart going around and picking up all the stuff here. So as each one of those things drops, everything gets picked up. And that is that so far. So pretty good, pretty smart. Well, now that we have a source of glass, that's going to take us to part 2. Project part 2. So, decoration purposes, I decided to do something cool. I went ahead and built a big smokestack as if it's a big smelter or something. And then the way I saw it built up, I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if it had this big sky dome on it? And so I went ahead and put the big sky dome on it. And then the trader llamas came and haven't left. Okay, so anyways, aesthetically, I think it turned out pretty good. I still need to go ahead and finish putting the walls around it. I've got a basis for my wall set up. I just got to figure out what I'm going to put in between it to go ahead and give it the character that I'm looking for. And I'm thinking what I need to go ahead and do is either hit the mesa and do some mining, which is an option, or I want to go ahead and that llama's just everywhere. Or I might just go ahead and use some wood or maybe some other. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure exactly what I want to put in there, so I've kind of left it blank. Okay, project number 2, which is going to be the beginning of the iron farm, is going to be up here. Now, I haven't decided yet. I might end up like taking all this dirt out the top of this hill. That way it's a little bit higher off the ground. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually take it another 5 blocks higher and start it up there, because we don't want it we don't want the golems to spawn down here on the ground. We want them to spawn up there in the farm. So those are considerations I have to do. So this is what I'm going to be doing here for the next little bit. Is I'm going to go ahead and get our villager center going. So we're going to go ahead and build that all the way across. It needs to be 35 by 5. And then we got to go ahead and start gathering all the wool so we can make all the beds. So that's going to be part 2, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and raise everything up, maybe clear out these 3 layers of hill right here, which will be great. And then see about getting that first level of the iron farm up and working, okay? So this is Kimise. I will be back with you guys once I get a little bit more of this accomplished. Hey guys, this is Kimise and I am back. Let me show you what's been going on. So, me and Kimberly just finished a stream, Kimberly Smash, and what we did is we went ahead and we got a bunch of our new iron farm already started and built. So that's what you're looking at up right here. So, let me just quickly remind you, in 1.14 the changes are that the iron farm is not based on doors, or should I say a village is not based on doors anymore. And villagers, it's based on beds. It's based on a bell for gossiping, because that's kind of important, and it's based on villagers. So basically we've made this 5 by 35 area, which we have easily, I believe it's about 87 different beds in here. That took a while to get all the wool for that, but boy, it turned out pretty nice. So we have all this area in which our villagers are going to have beds. We have a villager breeder, so what we've done is we built this farm over here to help us breed out the villagers, so that way we can go ahead and so that way we can go ahead and get this population up, because we need a ton of villagers. 87 beds means we need about 87 villagers to get this thing filled up. Now, once we have the villagers all in here, we're going to put workstations all the way around it. Notice we already have 2 workstations, a couple of compost bins here in the farm, because that's what's going to feed our villagers and help them to breed. So this is kind of like the breeding center. And that's going to allow them to have little kid villagers running up and down here until they're all grown up, and then we can go ahead and assign them jobs using the different workstations. So we're going to go close this up, because during the stream, me and Kimberly had a great time. And what we did is we were able to, cure 2 villagers. Yes, sir. We got one who's right here in there, and then we have one who is also just a little bit farther down out there. So here we go. We got Bill right here. He is going to be our first guy. Notice since the compost was right up there, he already signed himself a job as a farmer, which is pretty awesome. Now what we're going to do is we are going to get him in the minecart. We're going to get him on up there, and we are going to then see just exactly how he's going to react up there. Now it's kind of funny, when we cured him, one of the things that happened is that it triggered a raid. So me and Kimberly, and DM was online during the stream, we got to experience the new mechanism called the raid. And it was a lot of fun, because we got to go ahead and take out a whole bunch of villagers. And good, there you go, guy. Let me push this over here, and awesome. We have them in place now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and trigger this track. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to give him a little bit of a nudge too. Let's go ahead and just get this glass out of the way. There we go, and he's off to the races. Boom, and yes, score. We got him up there. So let's go ahead and get him out of that minecart, and let's see what he does. He's already selected a profession, and looks like he's ready to go. So let's see what happens. Oops, I don't want to hit him. Let's go ahead. Let's squeeze him. There we go. Oh, check it out. He's going straight for... Well, it looks like he's stopping. Oh, he gave me a pie. Check that out. You know why he gave me a pie? I know why. Look at this. When we beat out the pillagers, we got the hero of the village effect. So this is going on, and while that hero of the village effect is going on, these guys are going to keep walking up to me and giving me some free stuff. So, hey, awesome. Thank you for the pumpkin pie. I'm going to go ahead and chow down on that right now. Good stuff there. Okay, so... here we are, and you know what? I think, yeah, I should have seen this. Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of these slabs here really quick. Okay, so, hey, this is great. So he's already in here. He's ready to go. So let's just go ahead and make sure that he has safe wall. We're going to use glass because we want a block that's non-spawnable. The glass won't spawn mobs, and we definitely don't want to have any mobs in here. Look, he's already pathfinding right over. Good job. You notice that none of his trades were good because he hasn't worked yet. For a villager's trades to be good, they have to have worked at the workstation and have slept a full night. So since he's just cured, none of those things has happened to him. But look at that. He's jumped right in there. He's already getting carrots. He's going over to the composter. This is exactly what we want to see, because now once he's worked there, okay, and he's done a little bit of work around here, get enough food in him and everything, he's going to be ready here in just a little bit, and his trades will unlock here. Yep, there we go. So very cool, guy. Very cool. So now the trick is, okay, what's going to happen when we add somebody else up here, right? Yep. What's going to happen? Well, let's go ahead and get our next villager ready to go. So just a reminder, the way this is going to work is we got to fill this up with villagers. So as I go ahead and relay this track, so we can get our second guy over here, let me just go ahead and go over the mechanics again for iron production, or should we say iron golem production, because that's really what we're looking to do here, is we're looking to do some iron golem production. So what we want to have is we want to have a ton of villagers up there, because the way villagers spawn in golems is they've got to go through a process. What they've got to do is they've got to gossip, they've got to rest, and they've got to work at their workstation. Now they're only ready to gossip once they've rested and once they have worked at their workstation. Does that make sense? And so there's got to be a sleep time in there. There's got to be a work time in there. And so basically, to build an iron farm nowadays, you got to have that large village center. You've got to have a bell, because the bell is where they'll go gossip. If you don't have a bell, that's where they're going to go. Then they're not going to be able to gossip. So that bell's up there. That plays a pretty important role for our village. Okay. And they've got to sleep. That's why we have to have beds out there, because the villagers will actually go and take up a bed now in the system, which is pretty awesome. What we want to make sure we do is we also want to make sure that we are able to, that we are able to get the professions that we want. So what I'm thinking is I want this farm to be kind of like a double dip type of farm. I don't want it just to be for iron. One of the very basic things that we need on the server right now, or should I say I want better access to, is books, weapons, and tools, and armor. So what I'm going to do is we're going to experiment with this, but we're going to make several different types of workstations. Kind of following me so far? We're going to make, we're going to have a ton of librarian stuff. In fact, we've already got them all crafted, which is great. And then we're also going to have armor stations. We want to make sure we have stations which are going to give us guys that make tools and guys that make weapons as well. Because one of the nice things about trade, one of the nice things about trading is it allows us to get gear a little bit easier than using our hard-won diamonds or spending forever at an experience farm to get the gear polished up exactly the way we want. So if we can go ahead and arrange those trades, arrange it so we can get traded what we nearly want with the type of with the type of enchantment on us that we want, then we're going to be in a much better position to go ahead and get exactly what we're looking for. Is that making sense to everybody? So what we're looking to do is we want to make sure that not only are we creating ourselves an awesome iron golem farm, which is what we're shooting for, but it's also a trade center. So that's one of the things that I'm looking to build as we put this together. Okay, it looks like we're ready to transport our other villager. Now notice he doesn't have a hat or anything. He doesn't have a profession. So one of the things that that's going to be assigned to him as soon as he gets up there, since there's a workstation for him, the compost bin, then he's going to have a job ready to go. So let's go ahead and let's get him in that mine cart. Oh, let's push it. There we go. Nice. Okay, well, what we want to do is we got to get him back on the track, because I'm pretty sure that mine cart just fell off the tracks I put there. So let's go and move this over here, move this over here. Let's get rid of the rest of this dirt over here so we can give him a good nudge from behind. And he seems happy. So this is basically your unemployed villager we got right here. Well, let's go ahead and turn on that rail, and he's still not going. Okay, let's give him a nudge. There we go. Come on. There you go. There we go. Off and at him. Okay, So let's go ahead and head back over there. Let's watch him hop in there, and I guarantee you, watch. Check it. As soon as he came within the range of the village, a hat popped up on him. Did you see that, guys? As soon as he drove right in there, hat popped up on him. That means he has selected his thing. Oh, and hearts. There are hearts going. Now, let me tell you how villager breeding is working right now. So the way villager breed works, it's a little bit different than it used to. Is, again, if they're happy because you trade with them, or if they have a full belly because they have plenty of food, they're going to they're going to be eligible for breeding. Now, what's going to cause them to breed? A bed. Yes, sirree. An extra bed. Not a bed for them, but a bed for whoever they're going to come up with. So we just saw them go ahead and give us a brand new little guy, which is pretty awesome. Did you see that? They went ahead and got him out there, and there he is. And we, just like that, I've already have one going on. Oh, okay, I see a problem here. Look at that. Okay, well, we'll have to take care of that. Apparently, they jumped down from the composter, and he, knocked out 2 of his things. So what we need to do is we need to make it so he can't stand up on top of the composter. That's kind of a problem that's here in 1. That showed up in the snapshots, and it's still showing up here. So we're going to go ahead and put a glass block over the composters. That way they don't get stuck in there and can't jump off them and ruin crops. Okay, well, I'm going to take a quick nap, and then we're going to take a look at what else we want to do here before we're down. Okay, guys, I am back here, and let me just explain to you the last little bit of what we're going to be doing here today. If you take a look, what we got here is we want to make sure that this place is safe, because what a lot of what's going to be going on right now is going to be us just AFKing here, because for them to breed. Oh, look, he dropped me a cookie. Yum. Let me grab that cookie. Okay, sorry guys, got distracted by the cookie. Okay, one of the things that we're going to be doing today is we've got to start breeding up, because until we get those 87 villagers up here, it's not going. The farm is not going to produce. The golem farm is not going to produce the golems the way we want them. Does that make sense to everybody? So what we've got to do is we've got to take some time now, and we're going to go ahead and do some cleaning up, and then we're going to come up and see if there's any more breeding going on, which there very well should be, and what's going to happen there. See, what I want to know is, do I need to have workstations around before they'll breed? And I don't think I do. I think I can add workstations in at my leisure, so I can assign jobs like that. But until they all have jobs, that's not going to work for me. So what I'm going to do really quick here is I'm going to go ahead and put a roof on these guys, because I need to protect this investment. This is a lot of time getting these guys in here and getting them ready to produce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take these glass blocks, and we're going to go ahead and lay out a full-on roof over them, and then we're going to make sure that there's no spawning, that there's no issues across this area, because these guys, I mean, it took a lot of effort to get them up here. Me and Kimberly, we had a great stream. We got really lucky, and we were able to find 2 of them. We cured them right away, which was pretty awesome. And then it didn't take me any time at all to get them up in here. It was just really super simple, probably one of the easiest villager transports that I've ever had to do. So I'm pretty stoked about all that. But anyways, you know, that's why we got to get this roof on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this roof on, guys, and then I'll be back here in just a little bit. Okay, guys, so I just finished going through the iron farm here and making sure that everything's safe. Yep. So check it out. We have all of our villagers all safely tucked away. No spawning spaces in there at all. And remember, both those adult villagers were saved. We rekindle them from the zombie villagers. So we're super excited about that. I hope you guys watch. Next time, hopefully we'll have this filled up so we can continue to work on the iron farm. Other than that, I feel like we got a ton of stuff done in this episode. We got the new smelter going, we got the farm started, and we saved some villagers during the stream, and we got them up here producing. Isn't that awesome? Well, make sure you hit a like, make sure you hit a subscribe. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for supporting the videos. Couldn't do this with any of you guys out there. So I just want to say thanks, guys, and be watching the video. I'll be showing some new things as new people get on and start building. There's already things popping up all over the place. So catch you later. This is Kimise. Bye-bye.